Hello everyone and welcome to the 2024 version of the Harvard's International Sevens. We have a big fixture here from Group A action. We are with Caribs RFC against Defense Force Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see, national players galore on both sides of the ball. Of course, Caribs in their traditional yellow fit and Defense Force in their camouflage. You'll notice some national superstars for both. Let's take a little run through of the teams. Starting with Defense Force, Isaiah Small, who absolutely had a barn burner. He'll be wearing number 11. That's Defense Force. Keep your eye on him. Isaac Small, we'll get a number for him shortly. Another big player. And Dante Hazard, who is one of the MVPs of the tournament. He'll be wearing number 15. And keep your eye on number 14. That's Coyote Barrington. He's got pace for days. For Caribs, they're riddled with some superstars. You'll see former Trinidad Sevens international Kelvis Figaro. He'll be involved. Big Jamal Clark. Ronaldo Bermudez. Nathaniel Cadiz. And Jonathan Taylor, who scored about 4 tries for TNT in the RAN Sevens. And the tank himself, Carlin Alexander. We'll get some numbers shortly on these boys. We're about to kick off. Of course, in charge of the action is Caleb Hector, another RAN international ref from TNT. So we are minutes away. Let's see how this one plays out. Big playoff implications. And while we're recognizing some big talent for both these sides, we look at big Shakir De Freitas. That's number 12 for Defense Force. They have lit up tournaments all years. This one is going to be a barn burner. Look out. Flub on the mic. And Dominic Bossier in charge of filming today. Harvard's Sevens 2024. Ronaldo Bermudez to kick off. Seconds away. Of course, Caribs just lost to Northerns in the first round. A big unexpected loss there. That's going to make their road to the finals that much more difficult. They've got to pull out a win, but against Defense Force, it is highly unlikely. Let's see, can they do it? Number 9 for Defense Force, that's Lachman Sipasad. Another fantastic player. All eyes fall on pitch 1. Something has got to give. Seconds away. Bermudez to kick off. And here we go. Bermudez high and hanging, pushes it off to Shakir De Freitas, who rides one tackle, beats one man and another. And he's looking to go upfield. Can he stay in bounds? He does. Brings it down and it's settled by Defense Force. Kick it back. You don't see that every day. And Lachman Sipasad pushes it wide again. That's Dante Hazard. Gonna pass it out wide. There he is. That's Coyote. And he's got a lot of pace. Can he feed him back inside? Just unable to get it to his man, and now Caribs might be able to capitalize. But it does go forward, and it's going to be a scrum Caribs ball. So this is where Caribs have got to hold them. Defense Force usually apply a lot of pressure with big Shakir De Freitas making his way across there. How are Caribs going to line up? They bought a little extra weight with Jamal Clark as well, trying to isolate and nullify the powers of Shakir. Nathaniel Cadiz, of course, scrum half for the men's team for the 15s version against Lachman Sipasad. That's a big matchup as well. How are Caribs going to approach this? You'll see they have at fly half Bermudez. And they move Jonathan Taylor actually into the centers. It's a little bit scrappy, but they do get it to Bermudez. And it is offside penalty against Lachman Sipasad. They tap and go, a little bit surprising, and that's Wazim. What's he going to do? He's looking at his options both ways, throws a little bit off to Akon, who steadies himself, stays on his feet long enough to get that ruck there, and it looks like it's just knocked on. And here comes Defense Force. This is where the pressure starts. They're looking to isolate, but a massive tackle by Jonathan Taylor. He's small, but he is mighty. They pass it off, and there's the national player himself, Small, who steps 1, steps 2, and looks to go around the outside against the tank. Can he possibly get around? Yes, he can. Big tackle by Tank. And it is a try for Isaiah Small. He did it for the TNT national side in the round 7s. And he does it again for Defense Force here today. What a start for the men for Defense Force. Big effort. Can Lachman Sipasad add the extras? Very wide ankle, but he's got a lot of talent. Again, this has massive playoff implications. And every point is going to matter. Sipasad may have just missed the conversion. We'll wait to get an official. Yes, the referee agrees. So it's 5-0 to Defence Force. And Caribs, again, starting a little bit shaky. They're missing a few of their players who are moved. 2 Misfits. Anderson Joseph not available today. Richard Staglan playing for Misfits. That's 2 of their pillars. So Lachman Steepersad to kick off. Short kick to Wazim, who does well to claim it. And he's settling it down. Going to use the big man. That's Jamal. He's playing it off. Here's Wazim. He's got pace for days, but he's well isolated and tackled. Can Caribs use? Akon gets there to clear, and it's the big man again. The hard man to his right, but he wants to go route 1, and he takes 2. Passes it back inside to Akon, but his massive tackle comes in. Stays on his feet. Should get his knee down at this point, and he does. And Caribs looking to use, but it's stolen. And there's Shakir De Freitas wearing number 12. A lot of work for Ronaldo Bermudez to do, and he could pretty much give up as Shakir De Freitas straightens his line and finishes right under the post. Caribs looking at each other. They can't believe what's happening. Another big deficit to come from today. Now, they've got the talent to do it. A lot of under 19s on the bench, so they've got to get something from their starters here. And to be down 2 tries to nil, Lachman Steepersad, can he convert this time? Yes, he does. Making the score 12-0 to Defence Force. Very unexpected, massive turnover there. It's just Defence Force applying so much pressure defensively. They're going to put in all that massive contact. Ball gets loose. 2 passes out wide to Shakir De Freitas, and it's good night, Josephine. So we're back again. Lachman Steepersad in no hurry to start back the action. He'll let as much time waste as he can. Use every bit of that 45 seconds. There he is, number 9. And they're actually changing it. Dante Hazard wearing number 15. He's going to take the kick. And again, just chipped right there. He wants to play it, and it is, but it's player right in front of the kicker, giving Caribs RFC a chance. Nathaniel Cadiz with ball in hand. He taps and goes to Wazim. They know what they want to do. Can they finish out wide? And there's big Jamal Clark. Wants to suck in defenders. Trying to slow it down and play at Caribs base. Shifting it away. Bermudez. This is the danger man here, Jonathan Taylor. He's got to create something. Look to switch it. And there is the tank who brings it back inside to Bermudez. 1 more if you could get him. Nathaniel Cadiz. He's slowed down. Tank. Defence Force working relentlessly. Wazim with that 2-on-1 if he can. A big tackle. That's that closeout speed that Isaiah Small is known for. And it is a turnover. And Shakir De Freitas again. He could have used it. He might get his hands free. 1 more if they can. Tackle coming in smartly. Looks to bring it down. Shakir De Freitas is going to get that, but it is turnover by Caribs. Jonathan Taylor getting in over the ball, and he looks to tap and go. They've got to create something. Nathaniel Cadiz running the angle, but he doesn't like what he sees, and the pressure comes in. Not back 10 is the call. And this is where Defence Force have got to be very smart, not give up too many penalties and push the referee to give that card. So Caribs slow it down. They're down by 2 tries, but in 7s, that's not much. And here's Jonathan. Taps, waits to see what Defence Force wants to do, and Akon now passes it wide. Wazim out to the big man. Looks to fake, and he might just get something here. Closed down again. There's Isaiah Small, who did what he did all around tournament. Absolutely brilliant. They look to pass it wide, but it might be set, yes. No, it's play on is the call. Lachman Steepersad, what can he do? Passes it on, and that just might be, yes, it's actually Isaiah's brother, Isaac Small, who strolls in for try number 3 for Defence Force. And Caribs are a little bit shell-shocked. He has no force to put this ball down, wants as much time to come off the clock, so Bermuda is trying to force him. And they do take that. Now look how they'll waste a little time from this conversion again. Lachman Steepersad wanting to burn every bit of that 45 seconds, and he converts. So he pushes his score again. That should be 3 tries to nil. 2 of them converted. So doing a little bit of quick math there, that is 19-0 to Defence Force. Subs coming in for Defence Force. And is that going to be the half, or are they going to be allowed to kick off again? Yes, it does look like they will kick off. And Lachman Steepersad takes back kicking duties. So Defence Force are here to play. And Caribs RFC, if they lose this game as well, may have a very tough road to the finals. Akon looks to compete, and there's Isaiah again. Brilliant in the air. and opens up his pace, and Isaiah Small with another try for Defence Force. That is outstanding. Well, well, well. Keep your eye on that man there in your screen. Isaiah Small, recently capped for Trinidad and Tobago. Takes a little touch from Dante Hazard. And can he convert? Just across the face. And Caribs remain scoreless. Another very tough game. So in this group as well is Northern's RFC. And basically, if Northern's and Defence Force, whoever wins that game, will get top seed in the group. So it is halftime, and we'll be back shortly. Harvard Sevens International. So we're just taking a quick look there actually at some of the fans. All the different clubs coming out here to support. This is, of course, about the 5th Sevens tournament of the year, but this is the only one featuring the international side. Misfits, you'll see that's the Caribs tent there. Moving on, looks like Exiles in the red. Northern's actually warming up right now, so that's why that tent is looking a little empty. But they're here supporting, getting ready. Some big matchups coming on. More and more, that looks like School of Rugby and Seapost in your picture. We continue to go. And that is Royalians. We just saw a little bit there. I believe that's Misfits as well. And last but not least, that's Sawan, which is the under 20 squads and women. So tons of time. We'll be back. Over and out. He has to play it from his feet. He's going to be under pressure. And they look to use it. Here's Jonathan Taylor with ball in hand. Tank to his left. Might look to go himself. Passes it to Tank. Steps back inside. Doesn't want to get isolated again. And another monster tackle. That time by Coyote. Bermudez now pushes it. Nothing really working for Caribs. He's under big, big pressure. And here's Akon. Has a man wide, but under way too much pressure to get it to him. Counter ruck comes, but it's utilized by Caribs. They're desperate at this stage. And look out. Shakir De Freitas for another one. In the wide corner again. Force are taking this to the cleaners. What a big tackle then again by Coyote Barrington and number 14. Starting that pressure out for Defence Force. Will they be able to get this kick? Latchman having a little trouble finding his range today. But no doubt in my mind that he's going to get this one. And just pushes it to the right. And the score remains now. That's going to be 5 tries to 0 for Defence Force. Caribs missing a few of their stalwarts. They'll be begging for Anderson Joseph to get some time off from work tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is day 2 Harvards. We'll get a much better idea of playoff picture as the tournament continues. But Caribs are going to have to do some damage control as the rain starts to come, and that's only going to add to the headaches. Low kick again. Defence Force have enjoyed this, and it looks like Shakir. Oh, just knocked on. Beautiful idea. But Caribs saved. And it's going to be a scrum. 2 Caribs. Nathaniel KDs. Beautiful at the base. Having to utilize the tank. So again, they've got some pace on the bench in that under-19 role, but they might think that this game is a little too intense for them. Usually Tank, of course, who is the winger for Caribs, wearing number 12. He usually plays in the centers. It's a lot to ask him to do to mark up against Coyote Barrington. So the rain coming in hot and heavy. You'll see Bermudez taking a very deep position way behind the scrum, and he gets it. They want to create space for this man, Jonathan Taylor, wearing number 11. Is he going to look to switch again or go himself? Passes it out to the Tank, who just can't hold it. And it's going to be another scrum for Defence Force, who are happy to just let time trickle away. Wow, the rain really coming down now. And this is going to change a lot of options for both teams. So Defence Force ball just onside the Caribs 10. Perfect attacking opportunity. Isaac Small at fly half for them. Can't utilize in his traditional boots. He's actually changed up. And here comes Dante. Looking all too comfortable. A kick through. Didn't realize that was on. And was him, yes. There was a player who ran in front from an offside position. So that gives Caribs a chance. A little bit silly there from Dante. But he wanted to try something special. He told me he would score one in this corner. And he tried to keep to his word. It's kicked, but that might be kept in. It is. Now is it going to run out the dead ball area? No, Lachman Sipasad does brilliantly, and he's moving it out, you know. Defense force, it's going to be a long effort. That looks like Vincent, who might just beat one. He gets his hands free, somehow kept in, and Dante once again. Vincent working hard. Can he get there? No. Another offside, and here goes this Jonathan Taylor. Steps, but the rain forces him down, one wide. Here goes Wazim, who gets his hands free, but tackled well. Nothing again. Defense force just too aggressive in the contact situations, and it's another mistake. And let's see, subs might be starting to come in for both teams. Taking a look there at the Caribs bench quickly. So many names coming on. Looks like Tank is going to get a much-deserved break. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like young Matthew, a 17-year-old from Silvo's Academy. Let me tell you something. If he gets an opportunity to run, you are in for a treat, folks. He is a national treasure waiting to happen. So we're back at scrum. Is he even going to get an opportunity? He's going against some nationally capped players. Him against Coyote Barrington. Defense force smartly happy to slow this scrum down and reset. Nathaniel Cadies with the ball in hand. Feeds well, but here comes that big scrum. Ronaldo Bermudez pushes it very wide, but he's under a lot of pressure. Jonathan Taylor, he wants to go. Matthew holding a very wide angle, switches, and just can't hold. And defense force pick it up. And can't Dante Hazard finish. He's pushing it wide. Matthew looks to recover. I told you he's got pace, and he's got a lot of talent. What a tackle by young Matthew. It's Matthew against the world, 4 defense force players. And Matthew continues to work. And eventually tackled. Basically went to work against defense force galore. And his teammates look to apologize. Give him a little touch to say sorry. But wow, the pace of the young man to get back there. He's of course wearing number 81 for Caribs in those long red socks. Man, I'd love to see him get a chance against Coyote Barrington, the frequent flyer for defense force. And it is actually, what an effort by the young man from Silvo's. He actually forced a forward pass. So won't you know it, Caribs have a chance. Jonathan Taylor at center, young Matthew. Let's see what they look to do. Bermudez to Taylor, he's under pressure and he looks to step back inside. Are they going to switch it? They kick it forward. And Matthew looks to trot on. Here's another young under-19 player. That's Vincent, who's wickedly tackled by Caribs. They might force it. It is a turnover, and Caribs have a chance. If they push it now, it's on. 3-on-1. They'll be running a little lateral, and he steps back inside for some reason. Unbelievable. Defense force now. Coyote against Matthew. Coyote goes. And what a tackle by the young man again. Picked up. Here he is under pressure, and again a kick that doesn't work out. And Caribs recover. That's big Askari Dawood. Can he get it to young Matthew now? No, he gets it to... Oh, here he goes! Matthew, big tackle. And he's young. Shakir De Freitas knew what he had options, and they're going to play it. Lots of options. They're running so laterally. Everything against the book, but everything seems to work out. And here he goes again. Another small Isaiah back inside to Vincent. Is he going to do something special? And he refuses to dive. I'll never forgive him. Number 30 for defense force. On the 19 player, that is Vincent. And we're getting close as the route continues. I told him I'd highlight him on the channel, but he refused to do something special for us. Lachman Sipasad. Easy as they'd like. We are seconds away, I'm sure. And Caribs, I don't think, would be too unhappy just to end day one. They knew what they're going to have to do. It will be a very tough day two for them. They might face either maybe Misfits, perhaps, as their opening game. So in the other group, it's Misfits, Police, Harvards, and Royalians, Harvards, and Misfits starting like a house on fire. We're all pretty excited to see how that one plays out. And we'll try to keep you all posted. Defense force looking to push it again, but it's called back. Can they score one more try? Caribs might be nil again. You haven't heard that in about 20 years. But on we go. Sipasad kicking off, getting all too common. And this is a high hanging one. And they let it bounce. Bermudez looks to work. He's going to be under pressure from Vincent. And he is a lot of pressure from Vincent. Does so well, though. Here comes that tackle. And Caribs ride it. It's available, though. And pressure coming through. He kicks it back as Scary Dawood. Recently capped for the men's 15 side. Passes it out wide. And there's another under 19 player. That's Darius Alain. But crossing is the call. That's a penalty for Defence Force. Nothing going right for Caribs. And here's Shakir. Shakir pushes it back. Can they got one more? They've got the overlap. That's not the cleanest we've ever seen. And Caribs might have a chance. They pick it up. Wazim's got pace. One more. The young man's out wide. Natty doesn't want to use him. One pass. Here we go. Can the young man get a chance? And there he is. Matthew finally gets on a little goose step. And he's tackled because of it. Oh, the irony. Big tackle. You're not playing on the 19s anymore, buddy. This is the big leagues. Open, and Caribs might still have a chance. We'll see. Who is that? That looks like Darius Alain, on a 19 player wearing 69. And Caribs utilize the bench and finally get a try. So very well done by the young man. And is that the last play of the game? We will see. And there it is, folks. Defence Force with a massive win against Caribs RFC. Harvard's 2024 International. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in.